Hi, this is Sohrab, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to deliver the project to the color grading studio. Color grading or color correction is one of the final stages of post-production, which takes place after editing and sometimes coincide with the sound editing and special effect stages. However, in order to deliver the project to the color grading studio, the following are required. First, the editing must be finished, or in the other words, it must have reached the fine cut stage. The project must be ready to be sent for sound design and mixing. This because any changes made to the editing will require the confirming or rebuilding the project in the color grading software. The color grading studio will need the following. First, a low size HD export of the final edit, which will be used as a reference file. Second, an XML output of the project. And finally, all the video files used in the final edit. And the workflow is like this. The XML file is first opened in the color grading software, which in this case is DaVinci Resolve. In fact, the XML format is a kind of translator between programs. The editor may have used popular film editing programs such as Premiere Pro, Final Cut, Edius, or Avid. The XML output helps to recreate the same sequence or timeline that the editor created in DaVinci Resolve. If the editor used DaVinci Resolve for editing, the program version becomes important, which can also solved by having the XML file. It is important to note that the editing timeline is actually a set of instructions that are to be executed on specific files. An original file are always remain untouched. Now, these instructions must be executed in DaVinci Resolve on the same files that now have a new address on the color grading studio's computer, and this address must be provided to DaVinci for it to connect the files to the timeline instructions. If proxy files are used in the editing project, we will connect the project to the raw files in the color grading stage in order to benefit from all image information for color grading. After connecting the files, we now use that HD exported file to correct any differences with the final edit. For example, some of instructions related to effects and frame size changes may not be transferred to the XML file and must be done manually. This whole process is called confirming, and thus the same timeline of the editing project is rebuilt in DaVinci Resolve and color grading is done shot by shot. And finally, the final output of the film is produced with the sound from the sound design department along with the special effects and titles. Hope you find it useful and make magic with your projects.